Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another what I eat in a day video. Thank you so much for taking the time to log on and join me today for a fantastic day of food. And remember, if you're not subscribed, I upload these every other day, so make sure you click on the subscribe button so you don't miss it, and also make sure you click on the bell so you always get notified when a new video goes live. So today's going to be a fantastic day of food as usual. I actually had a really indulgent breakfast this morning. It was pancake day yesterday, which meant that there was lots of lovely toppings and lots of lovely pancakes left over. And I hate waste, guys. Like I'm going to eat it. If there are pancakes in the house, I'm going to eat them. So I thought I would have a bit of a play about with toppings and do something a little bit more special. So I ended up having a kind of sweet mixed with savoury option, and I had some crispy bacon with scrambled eggs and pancakes. It was mega, it was delicious. In regards to pointing it, I actually made a little bit of an error. Mental arithmetic, obviously not that strong today, despite me doing very well in maths when I was studying. I mean, I'd been a maths teacher, but it was actually supposed to be 12 points and not 10. However, I actually only managed to eat one of the pancakes. I feel like it was a situation where my eyes were bigger than my belly, and I only actually managed to have one of the pancakes of the two that I made. So actually it only ended up being an 8-point breakfast after all. So that's absolutely fine, but I will insert that now so you guys can see exactly what I had. It's going to be a little bit more indulgent than I normally go for. I'm still riding the pancake day wave, and I have these 2 pancakes left and I don't want them to go to waste. I have scrambled eggs with streaky bacon, which looks absolutely delicious. I get this from Aldi. I get it really frequently. It's great for burgers, it's great for days like today where you got pancakes, or with just something like scrambled eggs and toast. I'm gonna have some of that. I also have some eggs here, and of course, optional, but I have some maple syrup as well, or golden syrup rather, but you can have maple, it's completely up to you. And yeah, so quite an indulgent start for me, especially on a midweek. Normally this is the kind of thing that I would have if it was a weekend. But like I said, you know, I have these pancakes, they need eating, it's all about balance, and I know that my lunch is going to be relatively low in regards to points, so I don't mind being that little bit more indulgent at breakfast time. I'm going to pop in here some salt and pepper for seasoning. Very simple scrambled eggs from me. But first, before I make my eggs, I'm going to turn my attention to my bacon. So, as I mentioned, this is the bacon that I pick up. I get it from Aldi. It's super streaky, it's super crispy, and it goes really lovely with breakfast like today, like pancakes. I'll get the app out and let you guys know exactly what you're looking at in regards to point value. I'm not going to be having much, literally like 2 to 3 piece. 4 points of 40 grams. So what I'm going to do is weigh out the grams that I would like and get a more accurate reading as to how much my serving is going to cost. Okay, so I have 33 grams here, which is 4 points, quite high to be quite honest. Again, if you were to have medallions, it would cost you a lot less than that. But again, I'm not being too strict, and also I feel like that's fine for me, so I'm going to track that for sure. I know my pancakes from having them yesterday at 4 points each, which again may seem like a lot, but I'm going to ride with it. So 10 points so far, which I think is perfectly reasonable for some pancakes, bacon. I'm not going to track my golden syrup. Feel free to do that. I mentioned that that's what I use my weeklies for, but feel free to be more accurate. So yeah, I'm going to get these frying, get my pancakes warmed up, and we'll sit down and have a really lovely breakfast. Oh, if we could start every day with pancakes, wouldn't it be amazing? So yeah, I'm also going to link my recipe for pancakes down below, which is a little bit more WW friendly and ones that I've made myself from scratch. So do check that out because they are delicious, and I have to say more delicious than the ones that I bought. But yeah, lunch is going to be a really hearty, delicious one today, but actually one that's really low in point value. I fancy some veg. I'm fancying spinach, I'm fancying some aubergine, tomato, so I thought I might do some kind of vegetable with cheese bake in the oven and have it with perhaps some bread. I think that would be really nice and quite light, considering my breakfast was really filling. So that's what I'm having for my lunch today, and tonight is going to be a bit of a treat. I'm making my breaded chicken situation, which is basically chicken breast that I wrap in panko breadcrumbs, and I do a full like KFC situation for it completely myself, and I shallow fry it. I say shallow fried, but actually you do use quite a lot of oil, but we factor it in, we point it, and we use panko breadcrumbs. You could shallow fry it completely, but again, I'm maintaining, so I'm not being overly strict, and I think this is a fantastic way for you guys to indulge, have a bit of a fake away, but on a smaller point budget. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Not quite sure what we're having it with, but I have some truffle mayo. I might even do some chips with it, mash, not too sure, but I'll keep you posted about that later. It's now lunchtime and I have such an abundance of treasures here. This is going to be perfect for accompaniment if you want side dishes, and also great for veggies, but also perfect for a quick lunch like I would like today. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven, because a lot of this is going to have baking time in the oven. But before I bake, what I plan to do is get some of these vegetables fried off, because I think it adds a lot of flavour. It allows some of the spices that I'm going to be using to infuse and things like that. So I'm going to talk you through very quickly what I have. I've washed some spinach. I have a nice handful of spinach here, and I have 2 button mushrooms as well that I'm going to slice. I'm going to actually slice these together and get them in a pan with some garlic and onion, and I'm going to literally fry those off very quickly, again just to add a bit of extra flavour. I have a beautiful aubergine here, or eggplant, that I'm going to use about half of, and I'm going to save the rest of it for another time. Same with my pepper. I'm going to use half of a yellow pepper. I love yellow pepper, and I think it's going to add a beautiful colour and just complement all of these tones really well. Even though I'm going to be having some passata with this, I'm going to be using an actual tomato as well. I think it's a nice mixture to have some actual tomato along with passata, because it gives a nice texture and the taste is quite different as well. I have some sprigs of thyme here as well. I have a red onion, and of course I have salt and pepper for seasoning. I'm going to grab some olive oil in a second, and of course garlic. You could have fresh garlic. I'm feeling quite lazy and I already have a ton of chopping to do, so I'm just going to use this, which is the very lazy chopped garlic in a jar. Because it's going to have time on the hob and time in the oven, I've decided, even though this is quite big, to use one of my cast irons. And again, the reason for that is it's all in one pan. I can switch things between the hob and between the oven. I don't have to think about it too much. I'm also going to be using a sprinkling of all-purpose seasoning. You can get this from any supermarket. This one is from Aldi. It's really good, and again, it just adds a flavour. I don't have to think about using any additional herbs and spices. This is an all-in-one kind of method. I've added the thyme, and this is just about to go into the oven, only for about 10 minutes or so, just to let the parmesan melt. I'm going to be using 2 points worth of parmesan, which makes this a 2-point lunch. You're welcome. I mean, you could track the olive oil. I choose not to do that, so if you are losing weight, do track your olive oil. But yeah, for me, this is a 2-point lunch. I pretty much know how much a handful of 2-point cheese is by now, so I'm just going to add it, and if I have any extra, then that's what my weeklies are for, so I'm not going to be too strict about it. And there you have it, guys, a lovely big bowl of roasted vegetables with parmesan, spinach, mushroom and aubergine. It smells incredible. It's a 2-point lunch with the cheese. I mean, you could again factor in your oil. If you did want to have bread, you totally could as well. I was going to, but looking at how much is here, I think this will do me. But this would be, again, delicious with rye bread, sourdough, flatbread, wrap, like whatever you wanted. It's such a versatile one, and I cannot wait to dig in. So lunch was absolutely delicious, guys. Really simple, ideal for getting rid of a ton of veggies that you have in the fridge that you need to eat, or if you want to eat seasonally, or if you just fancy having like a meat-free lunch. It was so delicious, so flavorful, and so simple as well. But you've guessed it, it's time to go and get Layla. So I'm just about to head out on my walk, and I think I'm going to take a banana with me. just because they need eating, and I feel like one, to be honest. I haven't had a banana in a couple of days, so I'm going to have one of those, and then when I get back I'll have my afternoon coffee, have a 5-minute chill out, but then prep for dinner needs to commence, because as much as I love these chicken in panko breadcrumbs, they are quite time consuming to do, so I tend to do them in bulk so I can have portions to freeze as well. So I'm going to be doing quite a large quantity, but we won't be eating all of that tonight. A lot of that will go into the freezer, but yeah, there's a bit of a process to it. You kind of have a workstation going on, and it's a bit of a faff and very, very sticky hands, but I do not mind because the end result is so worth it. So that's what the plan is. I'm going to get back, make a start on that, because again, it is a bit more time consuming than just putting some chicken in the oven or doing something like that, because there's just so many processes and layers to it. But yeah, I'm going to head out, get back, have a nice warm coffee, which I will definitely need judging by how cold it is today, and we'll get on with dinner. But I hope you're all enjoying it so far. It has been a really delicious day of food actually. Pancakes, roast veggies, and now fried chicken. I mean, can you get better? I don't think so. Drank, and it's now time to start on the prep for dinner. So I have some skinless chicken thighs here. If you wanted to make the chicken a 0-point option, you could use skinless chicken breast. We're on maintenance, the kids are eating, well, I'm on maintenance, sorry, and the kids are eating with us as well, as is Andrew, so I didn't feel the need to have a chicken breast option, just because I don't really mind, and I have 18 points left for the day, so this is perfectly fine for me. But again, feel free to use skinless chicken breast. And you're also going to need some kind of breadcrumbs. Now I use panko breadcrumbs. They are the absolute best when it comes to things like this, katsu curries, fish, that kind of thing. We will track these on the app in a moment. You're also going to need some plain flour, and you're going to need some egg as well. And you're also going to need a little bit of space, and each bowl is going to have one stage in it. So you're going to have egg in one bowl, breadcrumbs in the other, and flour in the next, and you're literally going to go from one thing to the other and then put them aside, and then you're going to fry them. So I just need to get myself a bit of space. But before I get my little workstation ready, the first thing I need to do is actually cut my chicken up into more manageable proportions. It's pretty time consuming. It's not something I'd recommend if you don't have a lot of time, or if you're in a rush, or you don't have a lot of patience. But once it's done, it's totally worth it. So now we're going to start frying. So I'm going to fry them first in some oil, and then I like to finish them in the oven because I don't like them sat in there for too long. So I take them out of the oil and put them into an oven tray, and I finish them baking in the oven. And that kind of just makes them a little bit more friendly when it comes to oil and point values. That's what I'm about to do. But I think it is important that you shallow fry them at first, because you get that gorgeous crispiness that you just can't get when you bake them. Of another What's I Eat. Honestly, if you're looking for a fakeaway idea, if you're looking for easy meals that you can incorporate for all of the family, stuff like that is absolutely ideal and great for a fakeaway, great for a treat. As you can see, I whipped up a massive amount with one tray of chicken, so more than enough for 8 to 10 people. That and it was fantastic. I actually have quite a nice amount hidden away in the freezer for a rainy day, so we're really excited about that. But yeah, I pointed it all on the app accurately, and I actually have 2 to roll over, which is crazy considering I feel like I've had so much food today. But that can account for things I didn't track throughout the day, like oil and that kind of thing. And I actually did track oil that I used to fry the chicken in, because obviously that needed tracking because that was quite a substantial amount. So yeah, and I still had 2 to roll over, which is amazing. And again, that can account for things throughout the day that I didn't count, like the parmesan and things like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and also don't forget that you click on that notification bell and you'll never miss an upload of mine. And as I said, I do these every other day, so I would hate for you to miss one. So thank you so much for watching. I'll link everything that I've been wearing throughout the video where I can in the description box down below, as well as recipes and anything else I think you might enjoy. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!